Coming up on the Angus Report, a consumer focus and adding value to your herd.
A sneak peek at the Indiana Angus Tour planned for the fall.
Keeping an eye on port negotiations as it pertains to beef trade.
And a passion for Angus cattle in Louisiana.
This is the Angus Report. Hello and welcome to the Angus Report. I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. Cattlemen seeking to add value on their next set of calves should first consider the consumer. Industry trends point towards strengthening demand for high-quality beef, and growth of the certified Angus beef brand shows that consumers are willing to pay more for an exceptional eating experience. CAB consultant Larry Cora says focusing on the end product and how cattle perform on the rail can bring real dollars back to the ranch.
You focus on health, you focus on getting cattle that can grow, but you tend to forget about the fact that these cattle need to upgrade. They need to hit that prime and premium choice like the Certified Angus Beef program to qualify for the added dollars. And so you got to keep that consumer in mind because that is the driver. And that can be as simple as just when they're using bulls, make sure they pay a little attention to that marbling figure, that marbling EPD value to make sure these cattle, when they hang on the rail, will ultimately do what we hope they all do. And so it's really just managing some of the little things that can ultimately lead to some added dollars.
For much of last year, U.S. meat exports were slowed by West Coast port congestion, resulting from a labor impasse. While that dispute was eventually settled, it took several months before port traffic returned to normal. West Coast port operators recently proposed to the Longshoremen's Union that they begin early negotiations on a contract extension beyond the current 2019 expiration date. U.S. Meat Export Federation President and CEO Philip Singh says he is pleased with the initial signs of progress.
I'm encouraged the fact that they want to start talking now, and I think that this is something that we need to do so we don't have the disruptions we had in trade in the recent past. We know this exerted a tremendous toll on our industry here, but internationally it was even more dramatic. People started sourcing other supply sources other than the United States. In my meetings in North Asia especially, there were many concerns about the reliability of the U.S. as a supplier. Anything that would be disruptive is going to exert a toll on our industry and ultimately filter down to the producer. I think now there's enough recognition that hopefully there'll be something done in order to mitigate these kinds of problems in the future.
Early contract negotiations are also underway for the East and Gulf Coast ports. To learn more about issues facing U.S. meat exports, visit usmef.org.
It can be a challenge to get first calf heifers rebred without losing ground. A 2-year-old nursing her first calf and still growing needs good nutrition and body condition to cycle on schedule after calving. For that reason, Colin Palmer, Associate Professor of the University of Saskatchewan, states in a recent Angus Beef Bulletin article that people still recommend breeding heifers a few weeks ahead of the cows. Heifers tend to have a longer postpartum recovery period than cows. Therefore, some ranchers have heifers calving about 3 weeks earlier, giving them more chance to breed back again on time. You can learn more in the Angus Beef Bulletin Extra, available through angus.media.
The United States Department of Agriculture's National Agricultural Statistics Service released its monthly cattle on feed report, revealing bullish figures for placements and marketings compared to trade expectations. Cattle on feed on April 1st totaled 10.9 million head, up 0.5% from April 2015. Placements in feedlots during March totaled 1.89 million head, up 4.6% from 2015. March marketings at 1.89 million head were up 7% and above industry expectations. We go now to Jenna McCrell for all the news you need to know this week in the Angus business.
A new internship opportunity offered through the Angus Foundation will pair motivated youth with working registered Angus ranches to provide valuable hands-on experience. The Angus Talon Youth Education Learning Program, a vision established by the late Cam Cooper of the Talon Ranch, will allow Angus breeders to host a student for an 8-week summer internship starting in 2017. Interested breeders and students should stay tuned to angusfoundation.org for further details and applications. And the National Junior Angus Board proudly represents the business breed's next generation of leaders. The 12-member board consists of junior members from across the country, and the group is charged with developing and implementing programs and events to serve their fellow members of the National Junior Angus Association. 6 new directors are elected each summer during the organization's annual meeting, and that's hosted during the National Junior Angus Show. June 1st is the deadline to submit an application to be considered a junior board candidate in 2016. Visit angus.org/NJAA to learn more. And that's what you need to know this week in the Angus business.
Thanks, Jenna. When we return, beef exports and the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Then an exciting look at Indiana's rolling hills and Angus cattle on display this fall.
Visit angus.media to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
The Angus Report is brought to you by Merck Animal Health, the makers of Safeguard Cattle Dewormer. Healthy cattle perform better. Add Safeguard, add pounds. Contact your veterinarian or animal health supplier today.
This isn't a 9-to-5 job. So when you check the pants one last time, put away the tools, and make sure everything's ready to hand off to the night crew. It's not the clock that tells you the day is over. It's the confidence of knowing you got it right. It's having one less thing to worry about when the sun goes down. So when you see the signs of BRD, choose confidence. Choose Zuprevo from Merck Animal Health. Talk to your veterinarian about Zuprevo for BRD treatment.
At 44 Farms, we believe work starts at sunup and doesn't stop until sundown. We believe in order to live off the land, you have to love and respect it. We believe that cattle aren't just raised, they're nurtured. And we believe when you do things right, with honesty and integrity, well, things like quality and consistency happen naturally. 44 Farm Steaks, responsibly raised all-natural beef.
As a business owner, we use it a lot in our waters at the Green City Livestock Market. We put it in the water about once a month, and it keeps all of the waters clean. It helps keep all of the contamination out of the water from calves coming in and out of the barn so regularly. And we have a lot of buyers that say that they don't buy as many sick calves, and we contribute it all to Cattle Active, you bet. I'm Kevin Lair, and I use Cattle Active.
We have 4 silencer chutes, worked out good. We use them every day, and then we just had great luck with them. We have a commercial Angus herd that we're 100% organic, grass-fed. Smoothness and the quietness of it just makes cattle working a pleasure. It's just a very important tool in our arsenal in our ranching business. The simplicity of the chute itself is easy to maintain, very little repair work on any of them, and I just think it's the best chute I've ever had, actually. So.
Looking for BRD protection that doesn't affect performance? A solution that has no impact on feed intake and little to no post-treatment side effects? That keeps cattle healthy and on feed without interrupting your day-to-day operations? Get it with the Titanium Vaccine Portfolio and experience the added support of our full-value beef partnership. Titanium, a dose of confidence. Learn more at elanco.us/titanium.
Beef quality is everyone's responsibility, including yours. That's why the Checkoff-funded Beef Quality Assurance Program is key to your future. BQA, empowering people because you can make a difference, taking responsibility because it's our job, not someone else's, working together because product safety and wholesomeness is everyone's business. Find out more at bqa.org. Angus breeders, predictability is now more affordable. Introducing the i50K from Zoetis, a genomic test that allows you to dig deeper for untapped herd potential. Access genomic information on even more animals for less cost without sacrificing accuracy. i50K from Zoetis helps you make more informed decisions sooner and better match your females to that perfect sire. To learn more, visit i50k.com.
Horn flies cost cattle producers nearly $1 billion a year. They interrupt grazing, cause loss of blood, and impact your bottom line. By incorporating Alticid IGR into your supplement program, you can prevent the emergence of adult horn flies. Alticid IGR will significantly reduce stress on your cattle. For pennies a day, you can control the most costly parasite and increase your profitability. Contact your feed supplier to incorporate Alticid IGR today.
Deads, treatment costs, and poor performance. The combined effects of scours can add up to thousands of dollars per year. Protect your bottom line against these critical losses with Scour Boss. It's the only scours vaccine with the flexibility to administer at PregCheck with broad-spectrum protection you won't find anywhere else. Contact your Elanco sales representative or visit scourboss.com to learn more about Scour's protection that delivers what others can't.